speaking of no-brainers, we're gonna get into our best bets segment of the. I mean, we could even throw the Seahawks Jets in that best bets
Right.
segment as well. But right now we have the Saints versus the Eagles. The Eagles are -6 favorite, I believe, still.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, the Saints, they play kind of weird, so it's like you never know what you're gonna get with them. I believe Jalen Hurts is coming back next week.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts is back.
So, right in time before the playoffs, I'm sure he wants to make a statement against the Saints, and get right back on track. So I think that's a pretty damn good bet. Uh, then we have the Panthers versus the Bucks. Bucks are -3 favorite. What's your thoughts on that actually? Because that's kind of like a
This is just a situation where I just trust Tom Brady more
nah,
than I trust the
Sam
Panthers.
Darnold and
Yeah.
yeah,
We saw the Panthers kind of have a little bit of a resurgence as of late, after getting rid of Baker Mayfield, who also had his resurgence as of late.
right.
But yeah, I think you have to trust Tom Brady here. I mean, we've seen some shortcomings from Tom Brady. Not many, but we know his greatness and his Hall of Fame caliber career here. To lose to the Panthers, I think they pretty much out
Yeah,
at that point. So to lose to the Panthers, who are not one of the better teams in the league. I mean, the Bucks aren't one of the better teams, but they have some talent where they should be able to keep up with the better teams. Like it's less surprising for the Bucks to be a better team than it is the Panthers, even
yeah.
though the Panthers have done it this year. So yeah, you just have to roll with
With the
the quote
Bucks,
unquote better team, the better quarterback, the better organization. It's the Bucks, and especially when it matters most. At this game at this time of year, it seems like a no brainer that you gotta, if you're putting money on this game, it's got to be on the Bucks.
yeah. So and then the last game that we have for our segment is the Cowboys versus the Titans. Titans are +12 underdog. I mean, we spoke about it earlier in this episode with the Titans and how stale their offense looks. Although that is the case, we've seen a line with the Cowboys versus the Texans,
Right.
and they nearly dropped that game. So
Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking. You know, first off, we talked about this before, just the historical value on +9.5 or more for teams,
nah,
and how it's hard to cover 9.5 or more points. You couple that with the fact that the Cowboys have been in many games with quote unquote lesser opponents where they don't jump on them and put them away. We really only saw that like 2 weeks in a row where they just came out and demolished teams.
yeah,
Other than that, we saw the tight game with the Texans that needed last second comeback. We saw the loss to the Jaguars where they were up on them, and we saw a few other disappointments from the Cowboys this year. This Titans team, um, look, they can still run the ball effectively. They still have Derrick Henry, and they can still play defense.
nah.
So it just feels like one of those trap kind of games where even if the Cowboys win it, um, I would anticipate it being a closer game than that they could cover. The Titans can cover the 12 points. So I'm gonna roll with the Titans here, and if they can't cover, they can't cover. But I think um, everything in this game tells you to take the value on the Titans.
Especially being at home. So
Right.
we'll see what happens with that game. But with that being said, we're gonna wrap things up, and we'll be back with you guys next week. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe.